All right. Good morning, good evening. I am Mindmore, and this is all the mods 10 to the skies. This is going to be episode 7. I just made a big oops. I started recording, and I ended up doing it on the wrong scene in OBS. And so I've been talking for probably good 20 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe 15, 10, 15 minutes. And I was going over, stuff about the mob farm and things that I put in there. And then we made the primal goo stuff. And then we put the iron on there. We got that out of the chests. I showed how I made the, the clay in the clay machine, little automated clay machine I have over there. And then I used a bunch of saplings. We made some dirt. And what else did I talk about? Oh, I talked about the redstone goohickeys that I put on here. So I've got pistons on here that close up the top so mobs can't drop down when I have it turned off. The lever there turned off. I have lights as well. I've got the redstone lamps up top of there, one on each corner. And that brightens up the area so mobs don't spawn in there. I was going on and on and on about all this stuff. And then I realized I was on the wrong scene. So luckily I found that just before I was going to pop these off. So let's go ahead and do that now, because we need the ferrocores so that we can get the fluid dropper that I want. So we're going to take half of that, and no, not half of that. We're going to take all of that and half of that. And this one here, we're going to take all of that and that half. All right, and then we're going to get that stuff in there that we need. All right, let's see what we need for the fluid dropper. So at Dire. And then fluid. So simple fluid placer, right? That's the one, right? So let's, nope, that's the wrong button as usual. Simple fluid placer. All right, so we need a bucket, we need a dropper. Dropper is easy enough to make, so we need some cobblestone. I need a bucket, so which is going to be 3. I'm just going to make a new one because I don't really feel like doing it elsewhere. Let's get some redstone. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is make the dropper. Okay, so there's the dropper. And then we're going to make the bucket. Okay, there we go. And then we need some lapis, redstone. Lapis I've got in here. And then redstone I've got on me. We're going to need some ferrocore. So there's 9 there and another 11 there. Probably plenty. And now we're going to click on this, and there we go. We've got a simple fluid placer. Isn't that just awesome, right? So what we're going to have to do now, so I'm going to have to build a little way up here, and then this, and this. All right, and then we're going to go to the back here, and we're going to place that like that, and that's where it's going to place the fluid. Isn't that just awesome? All right, so now that we have that, we should be able to get all of our netherrack, because I've been doing it all manually, and it really sucks to do. All right, I need my fluid pipes. I've got my wrench on me, I believe. Pretty sure. Yes, I've got the wrench on me. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll run. I don't know if this needs power. It doesn't look like it needs power, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. I mean, I can route power. It's just right there. I just don't want to have to do it if I don't need to. And there we go. Look at that. Look at the netherrack going up. Oh, boys, here we go. Nice. All right, now we got netherrack. That's awesome. But now we need to make another hammer. And we're going to need to crush it and then bring it all the way over here and then stuff it in here. So I will do that. You guys, I mean, you saw me build these ones over here. So, or no, you saw me build these ones here. But, I don't think you want to see me repeat myself over and over again. So I will go and do that. I will run a cable from there all the way back to here. I'll probably use underneath, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet which way I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to come up and just place it along here. And we're going to have these start to produce nether or crushed netherite. All right. Give me a minute and I'll get that done. All right, so after a little bit of time and some fooling around and some tomfoolery here with some wires, I'm trying to route stuff around. I had to like break all of this and then put the wires in and then disconnect them. It was, it was fun and interesting. I'm just glad you guys didn't have to sit there and watch me do that. So I ended up setting up two machines here. So these two are doing crushing. Okay, so they have nothing in them right now, but they're filling up with netherrack, which is awesome. And then they come down here and we have our results, right? So we got nylium spores, we got black pebble stones, warp nylium, nether quartz is what we're looking for. What is that? Gunpowder? No, just gunpowder. All right, so this one here, we get blaze powder, magma creams, and some more gunpowder. Here, oh my god, it's full, and I need to get rid of all these black stones. These are annoying. What's the extra one here? Oh, we got gold now coming in this one. And then, oh, that doesn't do anything. I need to upgrade these to at least gold. But what it did, the whole reason we did this is because we wanted to do functional storage. And functional storage required quartz, right? Because for the controller. So at functional, and then we look at the controller. Where's the controller gone? Controller. There's a controller there. And then we need some drawers. Then we're going to need some upgrades. We're going to need these two. We're going to need the void upgrade, which means we're going to need some obsidian. Obsidian we need. Another generator, I believe. We can get obsidian with that. Okay, so cobble block generator, so we put that underneath. Source block is consumed, so another one that eats lava. And that's the other thing too, is our lava systems are running out. So I was looking at that too, and I'm going to get the superheated element from Mechanism, but we need to get a few Mechanism machines first. And hopefully we do that without running out of power, which is done by lava. So you see the conundrum here. So we need to do at Mechanism, and then we need the infuser. So we're going to need at least an infuser to start with. We're going to need probably a crusher. Need a crush. Oops, not a crochet. A crusher. We're not French. Nothing against them, but and then enriching and smelting. Probably we could probably go without smelting, but I'll put it on my list of to-dos. Okay, we've got lots of osmium, so we should be able to get started with that. All right, so what do we need for the metallurgic infuser? We need 2 furnaces, we need some iron and some redstone. Okay, well that's easy. So we've got iron, we've got redstone, we need some furnaces, so a stack of cobblestone, and we needed redstone, iron, osmium. We need osmium. Where's osmium? That's only 4 osmium. Okay, must be in here. Osmium. We got lots of osmium. Okay, good. All right, so metallurgical freezer. So we need some furnaces. Let's get some furnaces done first. So let's smack that in there, smack that in there, and smack that in there. Let's just go ham here. So we got a bunch of furnaces. Okay, and we do that. We do that, and that. We do that. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then we grab our cobblestone right here. We come all the way over here. I guess I will start temporarily. I will start a mechanism area right here. 2, 3. Whoops, 4. And that one back. Going to be interesting how we do this, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so that's there. Did I make any extra energy? I think I ran out, didn't I? Or do I have some more? I have a few more. I don't think that's going to be enough. But we'll figure it out. What about, we have more of these. Okay, great. Okay, so we're going to have to do electrical. And maybe we'll pull you from here, maybe? That's not too far, I don't think. You know what? The hell with it. I'm going to do this right now. Just for now. Okay. They have power. Okay, good. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to put a chest right there. Or a barrel. Barrel there, barrel there, barrel there, barrel there, and barrel there. Okay? And then we're going to take these guys here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to take our wrench, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're going to go extract, 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 extract. And we're going to take the other barrels. You know what? I'm going to take the cheap barrels and put them at the front, because I don't really need these massive ones. I don't really have any. I don't have enough. Oh, my lord. Should I just put chests? Let's just put chests. Why not? Chests are fine. For the little bit that I'm going to be using them right now. So I need a bunch of copper. I need a bunch of iron. I need some osmium. I think that's what I need right now. I'm hungry. That's why I can't run. I'm like, why can't I run? I'm hungry. And I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, pig. You're next. Sorry. All right, so you can go there, 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 and there. All right, we will change you. You will cleared, and you're going to go input, and then you're going to go output. You're going to auto eject. Okay. Here, what we're going to do is we're going to. Oh yeah, we need redstone too. Yay, Chihuahua. All right, well, we'll just do this manually for now. So we're going to throw that up there. Actually, we're going to throw a bunch of that up there. We're going to throw some, I believe it's osmium is the other one, and the top one there. I am going to click on that one there. No, not side config. This one here, we're going to clear it. We're going to go this, that, and auto eject. Okay, and then here we're going to, let's get a little bit more redstone. Do we have redstone over here? Yes, we have lots of redstone. All right. All right, so set up. No, you're not running. My stone axe broke just from hitting a pig. Knocking me out of the way like that. That's not nice. Okay. So second machine, we're gonna go like this. We're gonna let that build up, and then we're gonna go like this. Leave that. Okay, and then we're gonna go this machine, and there, and then we're gonna go like that. So we're just gonna fill this one up right now. Okay, we're gonna get a bunch of the things. So we're gonna get control circuits here, and we're gonna get infused alloys here. Okay. The reason we need those is to move along to the next ones. But what we need to do is fill one of these with some coal. I believe we should have coal over here. This one, no, this one. Here we go. 500 coal. No, not that one. That one. Okay. I'm going to take a chest here. I'm actually going to put it right here. We're going to run a cable. That goes to here. We're going to change this. So the back. So this is input. This is special input. And this is output. And we're going to auto eject. Up here, we're going to put iron. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. Down here, we're going to go a bunch of coal. Allow that to extract. Okay. And now it's going to fill that up with carbon. Okay. So that's great. And this is going to make the first version of iron, which is the enriched iron. That should be right there. Yeah, enriched iron. And then we're going to have to run it right back through again once we're done. All right. And then we'll get steel. And once we get steel, then we can start looking at the superheated element. This is easy. Once we have a bunch of steel casings, we can replace the lava that's under here that's just taking up extra space, because then I could build them a lot better. I could build, and then that runs at 60x instead of 3x. So that's going to be much more efficient, and it's going to put a lot more lava in the system, and then we'll be able to upgrade these generators to the 8x versions instead of these junky ones that we have right now. But, you know, that served us right when we didn't have all these machines running. So, yeah, where should we move to next? Probably should make sure we have some glass. Because if we don't have enough glass, we're not going to make enough steel casings. I don't see any glass in here, so we need some sand. Let's go over here. You should be full of sand. There we go. Grab a bunch of sand from there. We'll start you up on your processing of sand. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good enough. We'll let those produce a bunch of glass. Okay. Excuse me. Well, how many stacks do we have to go through here? We've got about 1.5 left. Okay. So that's going to take a little bit of time. So let me pause here, and I'll come back when this stuff is done, and we will start the process to finish this. All right, stand by. All right, so I thought of something, and in the meantime, I just made a bunch of drawers. They were just easy. I just did wood, and then planks, and then chests. There's really nothing special to those. In the meantime, let's try and make... Nope, not that one. Oh, jeepers. What did I just do? There we go. Much better. Sorry about that. Let's make an enrichment chamber. Okay, so we need 1 steel casing. So let's see if we can do that. I don't have any steel, so I can't do that, actually. Let's just try to see if I can force this through. There. Just put that back in there. Okay. We'll get 4 steel out of there, and then we'll get some glass, some osmium, and some iron. We have some glass now. We have 55 glass, nice, on one side. Okay, so we just need, I believe it's, oh, that's steel dust. Of course you're not going to give me the right one. Okay, so let's get everything else sorted. Okay, so enrichment, and then that one, and then we just need the steel. So everything else we have, we just need the steel. Okay, so I only need 1, so I need just that. Good enough for me. Do that real quick. Do I have anything that can smelt that really fast? No, I don't. Of course not. But let's put that there. We'll take that, put that back in there, and we'll get our steel that we need. All right, there's some steel. Perfect. We just need the 1 right now. No, I need 4. Oh, Jesus. All right, excuse me. Thought I only needed 1. There was 1 osmium I needed, not yeah. That was graphite. I made that long ago. But coal inside of with coal, and it gave me graphite, so that was pretty cool. All right, so we just need, okay, there we go. I believe that's what we need. What did I just do? I just resorted that. That sucks. All right, so 1 of those. Okay, and then the enrichment chamber. We need 2 basic controls. We should have lots of those by now. Here we got 58, so that's perfect. All right. A rock into thinking. Nice. We made a rock think. The enrichment chamber, and there we go. So now the nice thing about this is now that we have the enrichment chamber, we can actually get it to make better coal and better carbon. Or not coal, sorry, better carbon and better redstone, so that we don't waste as much. So, did I cleared you? Yes, okay. So here, we're going to clear this. We're going to go top, and then we're going to go bottom. No, not bottom. We're going to go front. Front output, auto input. Then we're going to throw this into here. We're going to throw that there. Oh, this is going to be fun. How am I going to do this? Where's my... I need to try and do this quick. Yeah, so I did literally just got iron up there. That's fine. We'll just take those back into Okay, so that should be fine now. We can tell that to do that. I'll fix the chest afterwards. I want to give it 2 of those. I need to give it a little bit of energy, and it should start doing that. So we're going to need a bunch of redstone here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a little bit more coal. I've been dumping the flint because it's just something we don't need. We just don't need it. Okay, so let's go back over here. This other pig, how many pigs do I have up here? Holy smoke. There's another pig out. I guess I'm going to be eating pork chops. Keep one on me. And then just put all those in there. And now what that's going to do is that's going to make us enriched carbon. And that's 10 times the amount that just a regular piece of coal gives you. Coal gives you 10 millibuckets. And the enriched carbon gives you 100. So it's like, it's a huge amount, and it's well worth doing. So make sure that if you're going to start doing the steel or the control circuits or anything in Mechanism, get the enriched version of whatever it needs, like the input. So, all right, so let's what was I doing here? Oh yes, I was making those, a bunch of those things. Okay, so let's see if we can replace 1 or 2 of those, and then I'll just work on the rest of them offline, because you guys really don't care about all the nitty gritties and stuff like that. You just want to see that good stuff, right? So let's take half of that, put the other half in here, and then put that back in there. So now we're doing double the smelting. So I need to make, let's make 4 of them. Should be able to make 4, I think. And then we'll get some copper. So there's steel. So we need 1 more to make 1. I'll come back and get the rest. Okay, so there's 4 there. There's 6 there. That's even better. All right, so we'll do 1, 2. I do a third. Can I? No, I can't. Okay, so let's do that. Let's get a superheating element. Grab that. So we get 1 of those. We should be able to grab a second one. Second superheated element. There's 2. Okay, let's go over here. Grab this. Okay, we're going to have to be quick with this, right? Actually, I can probably... I wonder if I can just reach in there. And look at that. 60x. 60. 60. That is awesome. Now, the question is it fast enough? Yeah, it's definitely fast enough. It's getting... Okay, so when I fill a bunch of these up, I can get rid of all of this extra cobblestone here. I can probably redo all of this stuff so that it's a little bit more efficient here. And then we're going to upgrade these magnetic generators probably to the 8x version, like once we get this and the next line done. So with that, I'm going to leave the mechanism stuff to keep doing its thing. I'm going to keep the lava. I'm going to start making more of these superheated elements. By next episode, I should have all of them done. There shouldn't be a problem getting them all done. And we'll have a lot better lava production, and we'll get to work on these magnetic generators and move more progress forward. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me. It helps the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.